Hello and welcome to Farm Matters. In this tutorial we will be looking at kinship and inbreeding coefficients. The first thing to note is a kinship coefficient and an inbreeding coefficient are two separate things. We are going to look at a kinship coefficient first, and what that is a measure of genetic relationships between two animals that ranges from 0 to 0.5. A higher kinship coefficient indicates a closer biological relationship. It can help inform breeding decisions to preserve genetic diversity, particularly in small or closed herds. If I begin by choosing the cattle tab at the top of the screen and then on farm and events, this will take me to my grid of current animals. If I choose an animal, right click and go to genealogy and then kinship, this will take me to the kinship coefficient screen. You can see here at the top, this box is the focus animal that we are using. To change this, we simply use the magnifying glass to the right hand side, where we can then search for any different animals that we wish to use. To find the comparison animals, you can do this in one of three ways. You can use the green plus sign here to add an animal in manually. The second way is to add in a batch by using the file button here. In this example, we'll click the file button. We will double click on the batch we would like to use. And as you can see, this has brought the animals in. You'll notice the animal with the ear tag number 6234 has a strong genetic relationship, and this is why it has come up in the slightly red box. The third way of finding a focus animal is to use the Add Cows on Farm tab. If we use the drop down menu and choose heifers, we can clear the current list of animals also. You can see there's no genetic relationship between the focus animal and the comparison animal. If you wish to look at more information regarding the animal, you can do this by hovering over the blue icons. And as you can see, this will bring up some more information. You can also use the bins to the right hand side if you wish to remove an animal from the grid, like so. If you wish to change the display from a decimal to a percentage, you can also do this by using the settings cog in the bottom left hand corner, where we can go from decimal to a fraction or a percentage. We can then click save, and as you can see, the percentage is now being added. You can also print this grid out by simply choosing the preview button and then preview again, and then the print in the left hand corner. Now we can look at the inbreeding coefficients. The inbreeding coefficient measures the probability that an individual has inherited identical genes from a common ancestor. Higher values indicate a greater risk of inbreeding depression, including reduced fertility, genetic defects, and poorer overall health. The processes are all the same for these as it was for the kinship coefficients. If I begin by choosing an animal, right-clicking, going genealogy, and then inbreeding, this will bring up the inbreeding coefficient screen. We can add the animals in exactly the same way as we did for kinship, by using the green plus sign to add an animal manually, or if you would like to import using a batch, you can do this by using the file button. If we click it and then choose a batch, you can see that inbreeding has occurred. The bottom animal is showing that it may have inherited identical genes from a common ancestor. You can also do this in the same way as before by using the Add Cows on Farm button and you can use the drop-down menu to select which animals you would like to check. In the same way as before, if you wish to have more information about the animal, you can do this by hovering over the blue icon. And this brings up more information. You can also remove an animal by using the bin in the same way as before, like so. If you wish to change the values to a percentage from a decimal, we use the settings cog in the bottom left hand corner, and we use the drop down menu, and we can go to a percentage and click save, and as you can see, that has now changed. If you wish to print this out as a document, simply choose preview and then preview again, and then choose print in the top left hand corner, and you can then print this out. Hopefully, some of the things you watched will help you maximize your use of the software. Thank you for taking the time to watch this tutorial. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and click the subscribe button below.